Okay, in today's episode of Inkcyclopedia Lite, we feature Edelstein Garnet, the ink of the year, and that is the year 2014, at least so called by the makers of this ink, Pelican. I have always loved the Edelstein bottles. It's an expensive ink, but I mean, at least it has a classy bottle. It even has the little Pelican logo on there, which I think is very, very cool. This ink was contributed by Joost Appelboom from Appelboom Pennen, and he has supplied me with quite some inks for Inkcyclopedia entries, so if you like it, be sure to let him know, because I'm sure he would appreciate it. Okay guys, let's start. I'm going to move my camera a little bit with Fine. All the Edelstein inks are named after gemstones, obviously hence the name Edelstein. And I've been using this ink and I think they really captured the color of garnet quite nicely. And you will see that a bit more in a somewhat broader nib. This is the medium. And then we have our super wet broad. .1mm italic. And I really wanted to do it last time, guys. I just forgot. So forgive me, but a bit of flex. I know that many of you are into that. And then the pen runs dry. Yeah, I think we can leave it at that. And then finally we have some fat writing. With the 6mm nib. Okay, final thing I would like to do, and I will use my medium nib for that, is see what this does in the way of waterproofness, because that is one test that I think is very important, even in Inkcyclopedia Lite. I mean, brown benchmarks, etc. were fun, but not necessarily very insightful. Sorry, that was a sip of tea. But waterproofness is something that's a big concern to me. For example, if you would use this ink to address an envelope, would it actually survive rain, or would it disappear completely? Well, we will see but based on the immediate reaction, I'm thinking there is going to be quite some disappearing of the ink. Okay, let's go over this briefly and quickly. I think what you see here is a relatively nicely shaded ink. Garnet really is the color to describe it. It is not, I think, the world's greatest shader, but on the other hand, as especially in a wetter, broader nib, I do think you see some shading, so that is quite nice. I see no feathering. I have used this ink on other paper as well. There definitely, in my recollection, has not really been any feathering. If I use a simple, using the wettest pen, this is just Field Notes paper, which is a bit more absorbent than the Clairefontaine I was using. You definitely see some feathering, but that is a super wet nib, so bear in mind there could be some feathering. I've been fortunate with my other paper apparently, and I think that what we can also conclude here, let me just grab a tissue, is that this ink is not exactly water resistant. As you can see, the water has pretty much eradicated it completely. So don't buy this if you want something that's waterproof. Now again, on this paper, no feathering, that looks very good. So that's quite nice. I again thank Joost Appelboom for providing me with a beautiful ink. Guys, I hope this review was useful for you, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.